Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm going to show you today one of the spices I've decided to mix. It's out of the 101 Worry-Free HCG diet recipes, and on page 15 they have a Cajun dry rub seasoning, and the reason I wanted to make it today is because I like my food to have some spice. So since this is allowed, I'm going to go ahead and mix it. And let me show you some of the things that are in here. It's got paprika, cayenne, black pepper, which we actually ground, garlic, granulated garlic, onion granules, which we have minced and we put it in the blender to make it into a powder, and then sea salt, ground cumin, dried oregano, and dried thyme. And so instead of boring you with putting it all in the bowl, we're going to go ahead and put it into the bowl and show you what it looks like when I'm all done with it, because I'll measure it all out and put it in the bowl, and that way you can see one of the seasonings that I'm going to use for my chicken. So until then, I'll see. Okay, now we're back to showing you some of the recipes that we made out of the seasonings that I had previously laid out for you. Now we've portioned them out into 3 different seasonings with 3 different bowls here. The very first one here is Southwest seasoning. It has a tablespoon of chili powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon paprika, 1½ teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and a teaspoon of black pepper. The next one that we have here in the center is the classic poultry seasoning. It has a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of dried sage leaves, crumbled or whole, 2 tablespoons dried thyme leaves, and 2 tablespoons of dried parsley. And finally, the third bowl, which is a big batch, but this is the batch that we're showing you now, and it's the Cajun dry rub seasoning. It has 8 tablespoons of paprika, 3 tablespoons of cayenne, 6 tablespoons of ground black pepper, 4 tablespoons of garlic granules, 3 tablespoons of onion powder, 6 tablespoons of sea salt, 2 tablespoons ground cumin, 4 tablespoons dried oregano, and 4 tablespoons of dried thyme. So now I'm going to show you, they all came out of this 101 Worry-Free HCG diet recipes that I purchased online. So I'm going to put this down, and now I'm going to stir them all up so that we'll have them for our chicken and our beef seasoning. There's the first one. There is my second one. And the third one. This one's going to be very, very spicy, because the cayenne that I have in there is a very hot cayenne. You can actually get them in different heat. So I'm looking forward to trying this with my chicken. So getting to the chicken here in just a minute. Okay, now I have all the seasonings mixed. So we're ready to start cooking some of the chicken, because I'm going to do the grill a batch of chicken, which is on page 38 of the 101 Worry-Free HCG diet recipes. So I already had a Lean Mean Fat Fighting machine, the George Foreman, and I have it heating right now. There's no oil on it or greaser or anything, it's just heating up. And all my chicken has been weighed out, and I put it in individual baggies right here by just using my Ozeri scale. And I just had it set here and set my chicken on it, and part of that weight is the bag, because I had to weigh the bag first. So but I laid this all out, so I'm ready to do 2, 2, and 2, so with the seasoning. So I'll have some variety this week, and I won't have to worry about thinking about what I have to make for the week since I work. So here we go. Start by taking my chicken. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to sprinkle some of the seasoning on. This is my Cajun one I'm looking forward to, because it's a spicier one. Lay that down. sprinkle some more on the top of it. Looks like I had a couple more pieces left in the bag I need to cook. Alright. And the next one. Alrighty. Going on to the next seasoning here. This one is my poultry. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to trying these different recipes. Actually, I should have scooted this in a little bit because I do want to add at least 4 pieces in here. Let's see here. Just a little bit more on this one. Okay, and I'm going to close it down. To wash my hands. Boy, that smells really good. I'm looking forward to trying these new seasonings. I know that if I have variety, it'll be much easier to stay on this HCG protocol, and I'm really looking forward to losing the weight and doing it with some spice. So we're going to let that cook, and we'll check back in on it in about 5 minutes. Hi! Okay, I'm going to show how my chicken grilled up, and this is going to be for meals for this week. So this one here is the spicy Cajun, this is the poultry, and then the Southwestern is in here. So let's see here, these two were the Southwestern. So what I'm going to do is I actually have some vegetables up here in my microwave. This is my allowable vegetable for this evening, which I did asparagus. Cut up asparagus, and it has some mineral salt on it, which I really like. Sea salt with minerals in it. It just has more flavor to it. So I'm going to take the spicy Cajun chicken, and look at that. That's a beautiful plate of food that I get here of allowable foods. So the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to pull these off to let them cool. Once they're cooled, I'm going to put them into the gallon baggies so that I will have meals for this coming week, especially since my daughter has a dentist appointment and she's going to be laid up for a little bit and will need my help, so I don't want to be spending a bunch of time trying to prepare this here in the kitchen. So what I did is I also pulled out my little sirloin steaks and I put it in the freezer, and then decided to just go ahead and cook enough so I have 5 days worth. So these are the little sirloins, the 100 grams of sirloins that I'm going to just go ahead and cook 4 of them up. And that way I'll have plenty of variety. It'll already be done. And these are the sirloin steaks that I put some Canadian steak seasoning on, which has garlic and pepper in it. So it's very tasty. And I'm just going to put these on here, let them cook up. All right. So now I'm going to let these steaks cook up, and I'm going to close this back up. Put this back in the microwave. And then what I did is the seasonings that are here, we actually made baggies for them. So my Cajun, which came out of the HCG 101, is going to go in this bag because it's the largest amount. The classic poultry, which is this one right here, is going to go in there. And the Southwestern is going to go in this bag. And in the meantime, let us taste this. Let me wash my hands off. I've already got a fork, thank you. And just go ahead and try these. Grab one of my knives. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm looking forward to this. So let me try the asparagus. I'm used to having asparagus with butter on it. Oh, it's crispy and yummy. And the sea salt, mineral salts are great. And here's my chicken. Spicy. Really spicy with my cayenne pepper. So until tomorrow, bon appetit.